Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. You're still tuned to People's Imbizo. We're coming to you from Muladani in Limpopo Province, the Vembe District Municipality. We are seated on a sports ground here in Muladani where just about a month ago a body was found which was suspected to have been involved in a ritual killing. Now we're joined now on the panel by Pastor Ronald Magoma from the Vembe Pastors Forum. Pastor Ronald, thank you so much for joining us. Now just on behalf of the Pastors Forum, what do you have to add to the conversation we've been having this morning?
What I can say is that it's very painful for us as pastors because we are the ones to go and comfort the family and to bury a person who does not have all the parts of the body, to make sense to the family, to accept it as it is. We have been fighting this problem for more than 40 years in this area. We have been confronting governments, from People's Government, Ravele, and even until now, we're still fighting. And I am excited that in some of the cases, the police have made a breakthrough, the people that have been arrested. But we have written them petitions, petitioning our government to maybe send a delegation to make a research on our waters. What is that which is in our rivulets and our dams here that can just eat the whole mouth and the ear and the eye of a person within 24 hours? Because that has been an excuse for a very long time. A person disappears, you find this person on a shallow dam, very shallow dam, and when you begin to question, the whole mouth is gone, the ear is gone, the eye, part of the scrotum is gone also. And the police just become prophets and say he has been eaten by a crab. And you say, but we need captaincy. The government that we have, it's our own government. Can't we assist in fighting this crime by making an investigation on our river so that we can reopen all those other cases where a person is said to have been eaten by a crab? And it's very painful for us as pastors when we see these problems. And the issue of the protection of witnesses that have reported to the cases, I am a victim. I reported a case of ritual murder, and the person, the suspect, came to me. The police told me that you said I am part of the people that murdered so and so. And I can't then stand up and say I'm going to a second police officer. How do I know that this one is different from the first one? It's very easy to say it now and say go to another one. But how do I know? Because I'm just shocked and paralyzed by these things. But maybe it's a part, you as the police department, we really respect the uniform. We really love you. Without you, we cannot win any battle. But you need also to look at your own act and to look also at the people that you have. And the issue of that has been highlighted by somebody saying, maybe we need specialized units of the police to investigate this issue, possibly the issue of classification of ritual murder. Should it be investigated just like a murder, or it should be regarded as organized crime for the purposes of profit because it's organized? Number two, they're doing it for purposes. So that maybe, I'm not very sure how you work. Maybe if the intelligence can get in and begin to infiltrate the squads, because it's not everyone that just stand up and say, I'm going to murder today. You find that this person, his grandfather was involved. His father was involved in ritual murder. And this child is involved also in ritual murder because it has to do with the family. They've been involved for too long.
So
maybe the
some of these
police,
things
the
actually seem like
intelligence.
they could be societal issues where the society has to be reconditioned and, you know, taught differently. That it's not necessary to have somebody's hand to, you know, use it to prosper in your life, if I can put it that way. Now, we do have the community members here of Muledan. I just want to give them a chance to ask any questions if they have more questions to ask.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. It's quite unfortunate that the representative of the crawl, Bakoma, Tsitsi was staging. So I wanted to ask a question. He mentioned something about people not reporting the cases at the Royal Crawl. But then the challenge is not with us not reporting to them. The challenge is with them. Do we trust them? How reliable are they with our information? Because we are now afraid to go and report a case to which tomorrow you'll be haunted. And then how available are they to us? Are they transparent? Are they there for us? That's the challenge. We cannot just go there and report a case to people that you know that they won't even listen to you. If ever they listen to you, then they'll have something to do after you have reported something. Chimwe chitu chine changa rithusa ndi chauri arali ukofi una ritual murder, khabar educate uri ritual murder itiswa nga mini. If we know the causes of ritual murder, then we'll know the people who are responsible. We're not talking about murder, we're talking about ritual murder. I'm sure they're different. So if we know the causes of ritual murder, then we'll know the people who are responsible. And if we get to know the people who are responsible, then we'll get to know the person who have killed the person altogether.
Last year we had another case at our Venda High Court where one man, after a girl was ritually murdered, but only one man was sentenced. And we can all agree here that Inyang was not the only one who made that or who ritually murdered the girl, but was the only one convicted. And as I'm speaking now, he is in jail. I want to concur with my friend here that you'll find that powerful people are involved, but they cannot be persecuted because they've got power to influence even the investigations. My last thing that I want to add also is we should also look at the law reform. What as TVP we are trying to do is to engage bodies to work on the issue of law reform. Why I'm bringing this issue? You find that I'm found with a hand of a person that has been ritually murdered. I'm sentenced for 2,000 rand or 6 months imprisonment. I'm the same with those that has ritually murdered the person. I think if it's 25 years, it should be 25 years. If it's 30 years, it should be 30 years. But now you see, I've got a head in my house. I'm going for 3 months. After 3 months, I'm coming back. So I think that is something that should be noted here to have a way forward in terms of the sentencing in court regarding this kind of cases.
Rina case za 8 within 3 months. Mara chipolisa apo rewadi aikonitua uri ane adhiva information yo radio ridomupa kamsi 50,000. Kamsi ya watu washui wado davamba. Sonda konjongo dhibori ritisa ani uri chipolisa chiite reward.
Nenda ndiko nya kutobudzisa nga manda kabo maine uri vo maine musi vachikoshuma vayapiwa mikano na ya uri vashume thungo lufhiyo u itela uri arali vasapiwi mikano ndi tenda uri saizwi vachishuma nga marambo zwiṱukuṱuku vha ya zwi vhona lune ndo vha ndi tshi tenda uri vo maine arali hu sina mikano ine vha fhiwa yone saizwi vha tshi shuma nga marambo ndi tenda uri musi vha hone vha nga ri thusa marambo avho anga shuma.
Well, quite a lot of questions have come up there from the community members. I think maybe just to start off with the SAPS, questions regarding whether private investigators can be hired to try and help uncover the truth about some of these murders, whether rewards can be offered. Also, some issues about a private investigative or more specialized unit being formed through the SAPS. If you can just briefly give us a response on that.
Briefly, I would say yes, a special unit is there. It's already there, it's existing, which deals with occults and rituals and such. It is there. Now, the reason why we can even give an example of the one that happened in Guyana not long. The unit descended from national, province and down to the station. it is there. So people should know. If there are such cases where you think or you feel, go to the police station. The police station will inform, and then we will work it out. The unit is there. Another thing is the issue of cases. My brother asked if I go to Inyanga to ask if I can kill somebody, what kind of a person must I kill? And then the Inyanga say, call the police, and then can that person be arrested? Yes. We can arrest. Once the traditional healer informs us that a man came to me saying he wants to kill for ritual, we can arrest that. We can arrest him. We can open conspiracy to murder. It's a charge on its own. We can charge that person if he's plotting to do that. The reward part, I would say the money is there. The money is there to be issued. But the question is not the money that we should be looking at now. We should be looking at saving lives and saving the people. Imagine if the whole group we are saying we are waiting to be rewarded for the information that the whole village says we are waiting for the reward to inform you that this man is the one who killed this one. We don't have to wait for that. Reward is there. There are policies that are guiding the reward. And I don't want to indulge into that. I don't want to go deeper into that. But what I'm saying is give information, register as an informer. He suggested something like go to the churches and go to everywhere. We have informers that are registered with the police. That you should know. There are informers that are registered with the police, those that are giving information. And everyone here has got the right to go to the police station and register as an informer. To say, from Mledani, I'm here to inform you about crime that's happening in Mledani. And we register you as an informer. And then you tell us every day everything that's happening here. And we get even paid for that. You'll be rewarded for doing that. That you can do. Not that we should kill and wait for reward and no.
Okay. Now, Bomani, there were a few questions that were directed to the traditional leaders regarding the issue that if perhaps a traditional leader gets arrested and convicted of being involved in ritual killings, when they come out of prison, is it possible for their certificate to be revoked? What kind of punishment is given by the body that actually oversees Bomaine? And also, are there any restrictions for traditional practitioners? And if not, are you able to throw bones and be able to detect who a murderer is regarding a crime?
Yeah. Ndi khou livhuwa ndi khou ṱoḓa uri vha zwi ḓivhe uri zwithu zwi tshimbila nga nḓila ḓe. Hezwi nṋe ndi afha ndi kha khantsela kha national yo ṅwala milayo yoṱhe ya vhomaine. Fhano vhembe vha na mashudu ngori ndi dovha nda vha murangaphanḓa wa dziṅanga dzoṱhe vha nḓivha ndi khou amba zwone thiri. So havhaḽa vhathu vhane u tshi vha vhidza muṱanganoni kana vha si ḓe khoroni hafha una khoro Muleḓane ndi vhone vhatshinyi ngori vha ḓi ita uri vha na nḓivho u fhira vhaṅwe vhathu a vha ofhi tshithu. Zwino na kha riṋe vhomaine hu na vhathu vhane musi ri tshi vha vhidza muṱanganoni uri ri vha funze vha si ḓe u fana na vhenevho vho farwaho zwino ri tshi tsheka kha database yashu a ri navho. Zwino hezwi vha siho ndi une musumbulowo wonoyu ndi khou tea u ṅwala marifhi nda isa madzhisiṱiraṱa u humbela uri vha songo fhiwa beili u swika vha tshi amba vhaṅwe. Ende havha vhathu a thi vhoni uri vha khou tou via nga vhone vhaṋe. Research yanga i mbudza uri vha ruṅwa nga vhoramabindu na vharangaphanḓa vha zwiimiswa zwo fhambanaho vha tshi nyaga madzina ngauri ri hafha zwa zwino a ro ngo fhelela. A hu na maindia hafha, a hu na Magana, a hu na Manigeria, mara hafha miḓini dzishopho dzo ḓala dza havho vhathu vhane nda khou amba navho na vhabvannḓa a vhaho hafha. Ndi amba havha vha no bva hafha Rhodesia vha hone hafha mara vhananga na dzikhaladzi dzanga ndi dzi girlfriend dzavho. Ndi khou amba zwone musiri shango ḽa sala ḽi tshi nga ḽo rengiswa nga vhasadzi. So ndi zwone zwine ri sathu ya kha tshipholisa kha ri thome ri ḓipholise riṋe vhaṋe ri songo sumba minwe hu na miṅwe yo sumbaho iwe muṋe. Nṋe zwine nda nga amba zwino zwa uri ṅanga mulayo wa zwino ṅanga ya wanala yo tshinya i ya bviswa kha dzibugu zwi tou vhona uri a zwi ya thufela zwoṱhe. Mafhungo ane nda ḓo dovha nda fhindula hone ndi haya. Kha tshipholisa vha dino farwa nga milayo thiri ngori vha tshi yo setsha ḽa marambo wa wana vhathu vho no dzumba mini marambo vha swi vone muṅwe khou wanala jojo a swi shuma tshipholisa ho mafhungo ndi u dileya nga milayo ngori vha dovha vha ḓa muḓini wa vhiwe kana na wana vha khou gwelula marambo aḽa ni a vha suwa na vhane vha fara mini zwanḓa. Zwino nṋe ndi khou uri solution ya mafhungo a si ṅanga ino via fhedzi na vhafunzi sa zwino ndo dzula navho vha via ngori una kereke nnzhi dziṅwe dzina vhathu vhararu u a kwata muṅwe ana vhathu vha 1000 uri wa yanga isa ḓali a kombetshedzo ita mini u via. Zwino zwi amba uri na mahosi vha via ngori musi vha na khoro vha tshi vhidza hu na vhaṅwe vhano vha ṅaṅisa vha si vha pfe uri vha si ṅaṅisiwe vha ya via. Ri khou pfesesana hafho fhethu mustini ndi zwone zwithu zwine vhurangaphanḓa vhuya vhavha vhu no nga hanga ngauri thiri nṋe ndi khou ḓo shuma u ambulula na u fara matshelo vha nga nyimela nḓilani kana vha ngogodedzela nda dzhiwa nda vha tshiṅwe tshipondwa tsho viwa murangaphanḓa wa dziṅanga a dovha a viwa nga vha no via ngauri nṋe ndi khou ri kha vha farwe vhoṱhe havha vha nḓivha ndo no tshimbila navho na ṋamusi ndi khou ri ri kha ḓi yo fara ende a ri nga gumi. Zwino uri ndi fara na vhone ngori ano via ndi ṅwana wavho ndi munna wavho ndi musadzi wavho a nga vha pholisa ndi magistrata ndi mukhantsela ndi vhathu vha no bva gai miḓini afha muleḓani ḽo tou rali.
Well, Mani, let me just give before I give Pastor Ronald to actually respond, I'd just like to come to Ruzani to actually give a contribution.
As part of the campaign against ritual killings, the Bembe District Municipality organized a district prayer day, which was attended by the provincial government and all stakeholders, the traditional leadership, business forum, pastors forum, and everyone else. In that particular prayer day, the executive mayor called on the civil structures, civil society organization structures to work together, because if you have got structures like CPF and SANCO working in silos, then you are assured that there's not going to be any progress. I think that there was an issue raised here about CPF not ready to respond to some of the issues which were raised. I think going forward, let's close ranks and work together as CPF, but also as SANCO to make sure that we organize even community meetings where the police will come and update. I know that in the case of the former Secretary General of the ANC Youth League, Sindiso Magac, there has been constant update in terms of the investigations. So let us not leave our people out there not knowing what is happening. Let's continue to update them on, because if we do not update them, that is where the issue of taking the law into their hands comes in, because they don't know what is happening. And some of these cases have been reported for as far as 2014, and there has not been arrest, there's no update and all of that. I think that we need to be able to take that direction in terms of dealing with it. The last thing that I want to raise is that bakoma bo amba panon khosi khulu ya vhavenḓa vho ṱoniphe pharamabulana huṅwe na huṅwe ne vha vha tshi khou amba hone vha ya zwi sumbedzisa uri vhone a vha nyagi lushaka lwavho lu tshi vha lwa vhathu vho no viana. Zwino riṋe sa vhadzulapo ro fhiwa maanḓa na nga khosi khulu nga nnḓani mapholisa na muvhuso na khosi khulu yashu ya vhavenḓa vha khou amba vha ombedzela uri ane a vha na information kha ḓise information. So zwi amba uri arali na musi ri si khou i ḓisa hafha ha vho Thobela hafha muleḓane u wa takutshedza na information fhano muleḓane wa ṱuwa wa ya musanda dzanani ya khosi khulu vho ṱoniphe pharamabulana wa ya wa vha informa vha ḓovha vha ri thusa u informa mapholisa vhathu vha vho riṋe vhane vha khou ita hezwo zwithu vha farwa. Thanks.
Thank you. Now we also have Dr. Randy Cheney, who's a researcher who's actually researched this topic and actually has a thesis on it. I just want him to give us a few statistics regarding what information he found during his research.
Okay, thank you so much. I have done a research on ritual murders in the Bembe district. The findings of my research are that there are 5 categories of people involved in ritual murders in the Bembe district. But in those categories, we are not saying all of them are perpetrators of ritual murders. But among these categories, we have the traditional leaders, traditional healers, religious leaders, business people, and politicians. Some of them are involved in ritual murder cases. And there are motives for those who do ritual murder. For example, if you take, for example, traditional leaders, religious leaders, and politicians, they when they do these ritual murders, some of them are doing it because they want power. Religious people may say we want to be heard, we want to be listened to by members of the church. Politicians may say we want our voice to be heard. Traditional leaders may say we want this authority, although they have this authority by virtue of their birth. So there are also those who do this in order to attain money or wealth. Religious leaders may say we want to do this in order to attract as many members as possible, so that when they come to their churches, they can also contribute a lot of money. Politicians may also say we want to have money in order maybe to in order to gain wealth for our own. Business people may also say we want more money so that we can have many businesses as possible in this village.
And
So,
from your research, what recommendations would you make, to actually try and reduce the occurrences of these ritual murders?
I can make a recommendation, especially to the Department of Trade and Industry. If maybe they want to reduce these ritual murders, perhaps the current government can also have some businesses in a very far away places, so that people who are in those towns or in those villages may also get access to whatever they want to do, rather than maybe waking up early in the morning, boarding a taxi which comes once in the morning and also in the evening. So if they can have businesses in such areas, I think we can also reduce the number of people being ritually murdered. Like, for example, like electricity. If the government can install electricity in such areas, people will no longer go to the mountains in order to fetch wood, or to go to the wells in order to draw water. So I think in a way, this can also contribute to the reduction of ritual murders in the area.
I just want to get closing comments from our esteemed panelists here, and just give us, if you can, for your department, what commitments they have to contributing towards the reduction. I mean, as Klaus Sasa mentioned, this is a global problem. It's not just in this province, it's not just in the country, but globally it's a problem. So what can be done moving forward?
Di kulubonga manda ri nesa Bembe district municipality ri na executive mayor bo councillor Florence Radzilani vane vo dijenisa vukuma kha mafhungo a u fhungudza mafhungo hayo no ita uri mafhungo hayo a ritual killings a fhele. Ri khou ita zwoṱhe rine ra nga zwi kona, ri dovha ra vha na advantage ya uri ri na khosi khulu vhane navho vho ḓidzhenisa vhukuma kha mafhungo a uri mafhungo a ritual killing a si mafhungo ane lushaka lwa vhavenḓa lwa a tendelela. Zwino riṋe sa muvhuso ri khou ri nga maanḓa zwiimiswa zwa dzi community kha ri shume roṱhe ri tshithu tshithihi, ri ye ri confronte problem sa tshithu tshithihi. Arali hu na hune vha pfha uri muvhuso u nga tea u ḓa wa dzhena hone, arali vha na miṱangano ine vha khou yo vha nayo, involve us. Na riṋe musi ri tshi ita miṱangano ya vho riṋe ine ra vha ri khou lwa na mafhungo a ritual killings, ri ḓo isa phanḓa no vha involve uri ri vhone uri haya magevhenga ane a khou vhulaya vhathu vha vho riṋe ri a valele oṱhe, ri a khielele. Khou livhuwa.
Thank you. Woman, in just 1 minute, your closing comments.
Yeah, nṋe ndi khou humbela kha lushaka uri ho u via hu nga fhela musi ri khou shumisana. Fhano muladana vha na dziṅanga, civic ya fhano, vha musanda vha fhano, vho mukhantsela na ward committee vha funa u ḓivha nambara ya vho maine na vha profita uri ndi vhangana, vha vha vhidze fhethu nthihi. Zwino vho dzula vho ralo vha vha litsha u via hu ḓo ḓi ya phanḓa. Hone nga kha tshipholisa ndi khou uri vhunga vho ḓa provincial, ndi vha humbela uri heiḽa bail ino khou itiwa nga ya Makuya kha vha imise, ngauri hu na mavhiḓa folovhoḓwe ane a vha na vhathu vhavhili vhane vha khou gwelulwa. Zwino vha ḓo wana vha si vha folovhoḓwe fhedzi, hu na vhaṅwe vha ṱavhanya vha vha fha bail out, vha ḓo kanganyisa vhuṱala. Vha tshi bva ṋamusi hafha ndi khou tou humbela nga nnḓa zwivhili, I request you must be go at Makuya police station to get the magistrate who to be involved ka u sengisa milandu yelani. Haya mafhungo kha vho maine are vha ri vhidza fhano muledane ri ḓo ḓa ra fara muṱangano. Are na dzinganga ndi khou huwelela, iḓani muṱanganoni ni sathu tshinya ni litshe lunyadzo ngauri vha ḓo ni fara na dovha na ḓa na luvhela uri ndi ḓe ndi ni bvise. Nṋe tshanga ndi u valela ngori a thi mini vhathu vha no via. Zwambo imba, zwambo ṱula, ṅwali a zwi ṱoḓi. Ndandu.
Pastor Ronald, in a minute, your closing comments, please.
I am very excited because of what he said, that all of us can become informers to the police. I wish he can give better details on how people can do it. The church is a very wonderful instrument and institution because Jesus preached about the RDP of the soul, love your neighbor as yourself. If it can be made easier for the church to operate in the villages, the message of the church helps a lot in changing the characters of human lives, because that is the only message of the church that can change the character of a person.
Captain.
Thank you so much. Let me thank this opportunity that we got here. I just want to say thank you, even the comments that came from the community here. Well, first of all, the anonymity part of it. If people want to remain anonymous when they give information, we've got numbers that you can use. We've got 08600 10111. It's a toll-free number. You don't have to pay. You can phone on that one and you give us information. Secondly, we've got an SMS line because now we are technologically advanced. The cell phones, 3221 is our SMS line. You can give the information on that without giving your name, and we shall follow that information. And also, as police, we would like to request people to give us information when something happened here. Please don't take law into your own hands. It doesn't help, because the problem is what? Immediately we come here to start investigation. We start even investigating people that were trying to do good, that were saying, let's stop this. Taking law into own hands, you're putting yourself in the same problem as the person who killed that person. So let's give police, like blocking the roads and disturbing the peace here. It doesn't help anywhere. What helps is in information. If you give us information, we follow it up, we arrest the suspect, we have all information. That comes to the comment of our traditional healer here, that when it comes to bail application, as police, we stand there and argue with the NPA on bail issues. But if we don't have enough evidence, if evidence is not enough, people are seated here, they've got enough information, but they don't give police, and they expect us to go to the NPA and say, please don't give him bail. They say, why? And I don't have reasons. Now, give us information so that when you go out there, we have full, strong case that when we deny bail against the suspect, the NPA will agree with us, because NPA is free, it's independent. And there are CPF structures that are running, there are CSF structures that are running, there are street committees that are running. Please, let's go and join them. Thank you so much.
Well, you've heard it for yourselves from the community as well as from the panelists, but the conversation does continue. So follow us at ANN7 TV. Use the hashtag #PeoplesImbizo. Let us know your questions, comments, or contributions. And if you have information that can help the SAPS, please do call the number 08600 10111 or SMS anonymously to 3221. We'd like to also thank the community of Muledani and Botovera. Rekodi Wangamanda.